Thank you, Amma. வாழ்க்கொள்ளமுடன். I almost agree with what Aya is just trying to explain. So we can understand this by using something like the modern computer. Say, for example, in your computer, you're reading a page. Say, for example, Unbully journal or something is going on and you are reading the journal. So your computer has a display, a computer has a hard drive. From the hard drive, the Unbully journal, that particular web page or PDF is opened, and the display of the computer is displaying it for you to read. Just by using the computer's keyboard, by using the down arrow or up arrow, you can scroll through the pages. So our body works like this. We have our hard drive, which is the genetic center, which has got all the informations like years and years of unbodied journal, etc. But the thing which brings it to our thought, that is the function of the brain. So the brain is the one which displays that unbodied journal at that particular point. And maybe after 15 minutes, it can display a YouTube video. After 15 minutes, it can display a news channel. So the brain can display various things at various points. In Alzheimer's disease, what exactly happens is the display part is gone wrong. So in your computer, as you are reading the unbodied journal, just think that you are switching off only the display of your computer. By there is a power switch for the computer display. So you're switching off only the display. And if you are moving the up and down arrow, still the pages are scrolling behind, but you can't interpret. So similarly, for people with Alzheimer's disease, the genetic center is still intact, and that's why they will have karma. If they do anything new, they will still register, and they will take that karma to the next generation or next rebirth, depending upon the individual's belief. But unfortunately, the brain is not there to interpret what is there in the genetic center to give them that recollection of what happened in the past. It is more
So
of
incoming will happen, but outgoing will not happen.
yes, the incoming means it's genetic center to outside, that recollection of the past, recollection of the school, college days, previous experiences will be all live. But unfortunately, the brain can't interpret because the connections are not there. And connections are filled with amyloid plaques, which blocks the brain's nerve functionality. This is how it works.
Okay, yeah. So we can conclude that it is registering in genetic center. Is that right? So we have genetic center where the registration is happening. It's not only staying up to the brain cells.
The genetic center is the only nomenclature what we are giving. So maybe a person from a different belief can give it in a different nomenclature. Like they may say like there is a part of Akashic record in the soul where everything is recorded. But genetic center, the name is quite self-explanatory and it serves the purpose. So that's why we are naming it like that. And Dr. M.V.R. Raya clearly mentioned genetic center is present in all the cells. It is present in all the three bodies of physical body, and then the Akashic body and also the causal body. That's what we've discussed. So this is the place where the previous records were saved, and by the magnetic knots our new deeds will be recorded, and good karmas will lead to good and bad karmas will lead to bad. And brain is a conduit through which you can interpret what is happening. So for example, if a person had a very bad event in the past, like they may have lost one of the close relative or something, which may have happened even 10 years back. But using the brain, they can take that particular file from the genetic center and feel bad suddenly. And when they feel bad, they really feel bad. They may weep, the heart may go for increased heart rate, they may feel very low, and it takes some time for them to come out of it. And then, say, for example, if somebody visits them, diverts their mind, and if they're able to come out of that lost in their life, maybe a relative or somebody like that, and then if they were taken out for a coffee shop and having a coffee, then the brain is not interpreting what is in the genetic center. The brain start interpreting what is happening around it by using the auditory and visual signs. They may start talking about the friend on a different topic and then enjoying the coffee, etc. Still, in the genetic center, that loss of the relative, that particular magnetic knot is still alive, so they can bring out anytime. So what is depression? Depression is nothing but the bad magnetic knots have got a having an upper hand in our day-to-day life, and the previous events are taking up more force compared to the good magnetic knots that causes depression. And depression can even go to quite significant functional disorders or even organic disorders. If somebody has got multiple depressive episodes like failure in the life or in the job or academic circle or relative, something like that, everything can super add. And it is like, for example, if you are using your mobile phone screen or a computer screen with a very flashy images and high definition, ultra high definition, the screen may get burnt on few areas. And if it get burnt, that particular area will not function anymore because that particular area of the screen got overused. So similarly, if a person has got multiple depressive episodes, etc., a particular part of the brain which literally got squeezed out of its efficiency by thinking a low depressive mode, because the low depressive modes really takes up lots of biomagnetism from us. Magrishi has got many hours of talk on how this Kavalai results in the loss of biomagnetism in the topic of Kavalai Orithal. And so that particular part of the brain may get burnt out, and that's another reason how a person may develop a kind of forgetfulness or old age related. It's not really Alzheimer's disease. Medically, Alzheimer's disease means it's physically amyloid plaques are getting deposited, resulting in no space for the nerves to regenerate, or amyloid plaques blocks the nerves to conduct from one place to another. So these are all the various ways by which our body functions, and that's how we are able to interpret the genetic center. So genetic center is the name. There is some entity which is definitely there, which we can understand, very easily. And for the ease of understanding, we are giving it the term genetic center so that we can communicate more easily. Yeah,
Thank you, Nia. Wonderful explanation. So, as